We're going to put together this chest press machine from Garvee, okay? So what we've done up to this point is we've gone through the parts list, made sure we had everything. And then what we've done is we've staged everything in steps, okay? It comes with a blister pack with all of the bolts and everything in there. So what we did is we went around and we took everything like for step 1 and we put everything in their holes. Then this is everything for step 2. We pre-put all the bolts in the holes. And then we did step 3, which is this right here. Again, we put all the bolts in the holes, okay? And then this is step 4, everything over here, okay? So the other thing we've done is we've gotten two 17 millimeter sockets, okay? One of these is gonna go on my impact, and I got a 14 millimeter socket, okay? So it's pretty much the tools that you need. Actually, I'm gonna grab an adjustable wrench, okay? So let's start. So the first step of this, it basically tells you grab this T, you grab this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece, okay? So it tells you in here. Then you use the number 23 bolts, okay? With washers and everything, and you attach everything. So we have a part here, so we'll put this here. Okay. So we got a bolt here, we got 2 bolts here, and 2 bolts here, okay? I think that's it. Oh, and then what we did all as well, we had to screw these in. There's screws that go underneath on these posts here, one there and one there. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you, this goes pretty quickly. It gets a little loud, but it's gonna go by really quickly. So I'll throw my 17 millimeter wrench on this side and my impact on the other. And you have to get the feel of how tight you gotta go. All right, so I think that's pretty good. That's all together. All right. Now step 2, now we've got the base in, we'll do step 2. Okay, and like I said, we pre-stage everything. So the next steps is this guy here. So this goes in this orientation, and it slips on over this. So you can see I put the bolts on, kind of pre-staged them. And again, these are actually the same size bolts as before, so I can use the same 17 millimeter. There. Run my washer, run my nut. Bolt, washer, nut. Okay, over here, same thing, bolt, washer, nut. Bolt, washer, nut. And then we have to put this one, I think this has to go, based on the instructions, this has to go down and in this orientation. Okay, so seems like more work, but you know what's nice? You don't have to think about it. Once you kind of sit there with everything and you sit on the side and you sort of start everything and put all the bolts where they're supposed to go, At this point, you're just assembling it. You're not looking back at the instructions, trying to figure out where the bolts are, dropping nuts and everything. So I kind of like doing it this way. It goes a lot faster. If I can get that to go through the hole. Can you see this? Mm-hmm. And now I'll put this bolt down there. This bolt. Again, it's just like a lot of rinse and repeat. But we're doing this in real time. We said let's challenge ourselves. This is the Garvee bench press machine. Okay. We're over 50% done. Now it gets loud. All right, step 2 is done. Now we're going to go to step 3, okay? Now step 3 involves these pieces right here. So this is the front, and this is the main base. This goes here, and this bolt. I'm going to put this side in down here. Now this has a different size bolt down here. This is a lot bigger, and it calls it out in the instructions, of course. It's a lot bigger than the other ones. Don't think this is 17. This one, goes in what hole? I'm actually looking at this, trying to figure out. The instruction actually doesn't make sense to me. Oh, yes it does. So this big bolt goes through this piece right here. So big bolt, and that goes through the front hole on this, see? The front hole. And I don't know why this goes back here, but it says it goes back there. So we'll put this on now. And then I'm gonna go down here. And this is I remember looking at this as kind of like the tricky part. Oh, my back. It can really only go one way. But yes, this is the trickiest part. So then you get this number 22 bolt. And this one goes through the top. If you look here, the top one. And then the hole that's the furthest, the hole that's the middle top one. Okay, can you see that? So it goes this goes through there. That's the way I'm kind of understanding it. So I will put that there. And I'm sure once we get this together, the reason why it does that will start making sense. I'm assuming it's for folding up the bench when you're not using it or something along those lines. And that's probably why they have these lock pins. I don't think this is a 17. That's of course why it would be. So I gotta tighten this down. That's why you always bring 2 adjustable wrenches. Didn't plan for this one. that's in. This one is a 17. That's probably a 19 millimeter. So we'll tighten that down. Won't go crazy because I feel like that has to be on a hinge. Okay, so we have one more. This goes through here, but I'm gonna wait to put that in, okay? So that is in now. So that is step 3. We're at step 3. Oh, that's right, this goes, these go like so. We'll just put them down for now to get them out of the way. Yep, and that is everything in step 3. Now we're on the last step, which is step 4. Okay. So step 4 is where you put the bench on. So we have these 3 holes down here. We have the 3 holes on here. That is for these 3 bolts right here. So we will run them in. Probably would have been smarter to maybe do this beforehand. Am I boring you? Are you yawning?
No.
I saw you yawn.
I'm tired.
You're tired. What are you tired? It's summertime. Too much Fortnite?
No.
All right, so this is probably going to be the hardest part because I got to get this in from underneath and bolt this in, but I have a feeling once I get the first one in like that, the other ones will sort of just fall into place. No way, you're not telling me that bolt. That's a terrible spot. That one, I'm just gonna wait. If I put that in during this video, it's gonna be 25 minutes. I'll have to put that in afterwards. This one. I told you this is gonna be like the hardest part. I actually wonder if I could pivot this up. I feel like I could pivot this up. Yeah, I could pivot this up. Interesting. Look at that. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, that would have made it a lot easier. Okay, well, and look at that. When there's a will, there's a way. And then here you take your 14 millimeter. So here we'll get rid of our 17 millimeter. We'll throw our 14 millimeter on there. And we'll run this on. That's on. All right. Gotta grab my runaway 17 millimeter. All right, so next thing we got to do, we're still in step 4, is now we need to install these. This is actually the arms. So I feel like this might be the hardest or the most delicate part. Nothing's really hard here, actually. This is pretty straightforward. So I think this goes like this, and this one goes like this. All right, so this is the handle. You want that on the inside. So what they have here is a zip tie, which I need to cut off because there is ball bearings. So if you look close here, there's ball bearings in there, okay? And they have a zip tie on there to hold those ball bearings in. And then what you have here is you have this race. I feel like the ridge is supposed to face inward, which makes sense. So you have this washer, and look, the bearing just fell out like I said. That's why they have a zip tie on there. This reminds me of a bike, actually a bike bottom bracket. It's very similar. So this washer is very important that it goes against this race right here. Because if you do it the other way, it'll basically just bind up. And then what we do is we got a bolt here. And it's basically a race. I think that's what they call it here. This probably bumps out just enough just to ride on the bearing, the seal bearing. So we'll slide that on there. And at first I was going to grease this up, but I really don't think there's a need because you're riding on bearings, right? The bearings are going to be taking the brunt of the okay, yeah, so that washer fits inside there, and then you have this nut, or this bolt actually, and this goes on the top. And it does come with an Allen key, which I don't know what I did with.
It's over there on the carpet.
Over there on the carpet, okay. And this, you should be able to run down very tightly because again, it's riding on those. It's not going to bind up. It shouldn't because it's riding on the bearings. Yes, which is good. So you got to make sure you just put that together. If it binds up on you, that means you have probably that washer the wrong way. What did I do with that? Knife. Okay, there's the knife. Thanks, buddy. What are these called?
Ball bearings.
Well, they are. That's what's inside. That's what's inside. It's actually a. You know, actually, as I asked you, I forgot what it is. It's a cartridge. Cartridge ball bearing. Ball bearings are actually inside, but this is actually a cartridge. It's a sealed ball bearing cartridge. Because all the ball bearings are, see that like black? That's called a race. That's what holds the bearings in. I think. Where the race is actually what the ball bearings ride against. But basically this is a sealed ball bearing cartridge. Same thing as on a bike. So we will close this as well. We will put our washer in. Ooh, little strip. Put the washer in there and screw this on. This is a rinse and repeat. We're very close. I'm trying to think, what are the next steps? I will look here so that I can. What's the next steps, buddy? What's the next? Oh, we got to put these. We got to put these things on. All right. Yeah, we got to put these things on. So these things, these slide over these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another rinse and repeat. For the sake of the video, I will not tighten those down, but all of them, it's very nice. They come with, there's a screw in here. I don't know if you see that. And it comes with an Allen key. And this basically just locks it on. And I'm going to put mine down so you don't see it. And again, for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do just these two. Then we're going to try this thing out. Now, I did chest yesterday, and I maxed out on chest. Can't remember. It was at least 225. I'm not sure if I got 235 up. I don't remember. But my max from what I think it is, it's 225. Well, I know it's 225. All right. But I think I did 235 yesterday. I know I tried it. I don't remember if I got it up. My head wasn't. My head was exploding. I was very excited. So I can't remember. All right. So now I think we're good. The next thing we need to do is we're just going to lift these up to a certain thing. Probably got to tweak these a little bit and understand. But now I'm looking at it, you can see the footprint of it. It's pretty small, actually. I really like that.
That's uneven.
It's uneven? Uneven? Yeah, you're right. I like to be uneven, you know what I'm saying? Be a little different, you know? And it's not on right, but that's okay. All right, so then let's try it out. So let's throw, what's this? 100 pound? Okay. And this one's 100 pounds. Now it's 45. So that's one thing now I'm noticing is I wonder how much this actually weighs, right? It's kind of tough. Well, let's try it out. I probably should, let me look at it real quick, make sure it doesn't fall on me. I probably need to go around and tighten things down just a little bit more. But let's try it out. I'm just gonna try it. All right, so. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. It's all right. I'm sore, so I shouldn't be doing this. But the nice thing about this is, what I'm noticing is it almost forces it forces you, so if you come on the inside, it actually forces you to bring in and can bring your chest together, which I like, because you get more of a chest movement. Yeah, see how it comes in. You know, I think it's something you need to tweak. You need to figure out the height that you want, the depth of the bench. You can move it, obviously. I think you can move it. Can you move it? No, you can't adjust the bench. The bench is where it is. So I guess it's you just adjust your body. That means I need to tighten this thing up. So yeah, I mean, you can, I guess you just would have to, you just move your body. This is about as far as it'll go in line with your chest. If that's what you're looking for. You can bring these up, bring them down. Very, very nice machine. I think that's it. So the other thing is there's a little bit of storage here. That's what these are for. You see the storage? And I don't know what this is. So this right here, you put that there and then it has these pads. And real quickly here, we'll show you the box it came in. This is the box it came in. Obviously, this is just a lid. Everything came very well labeled. I probably should have said that right in the beginning. Everything came labeled. Very simple to put together. What are we at? We're 20 minutes.
21.
Yeah, a lot of talking. You probably could put this together. And you know what? Looks like I would have to say I probably put this on backwards. Probably better to put this seam on the back side. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know what this is for, though. I don't know what this is for. Like, why would you need these? This leads me to believe that you can do some kind of other workout. Oh, I know what you can do. I'm not going to do it, but I think you can press. So if you were to raise these all the way up, you can do probably shoulder press, and that's what that's for. That's to rest your feet on, so you can get the press. But you'd have to bring these really far up. I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah. Also probably, what if you do like rows? No, that probably doesn't work. I don't know. I'm thinking you probably can do some kind of rows. There's probably other workouts you can do on this thing if you really wanted to play with it. But yeah, all together, that's how you put it together. I'm Mike, Raw, Family DIY TV. If you like this video, please leave me a comment down below. Please like the video. I will put a, this is it. I'm out.